Hey. Hello, how you doing? Hello, Facebook. So, first stream after Christmas. Give it a second. See who's on. Say hello. If you jump on. Alright. Cool. Alright, so I'm hanging out here at the Hilton in Melbourne. We're just about to check in, my husband and I, for a couple of nights. And that's why the hair is this ridiculous frizz ball, because it is crazy humid and hot out there. So it's actually really lovely being here in the lobby. And I was just getting ready to... Alright, so I was just getting ready to do a bit of a blog, which I'm going to get up in the next few hours, which is to do with Christmas and food and eating disorder and all that kind of fun stuff. And kind of thought I'd jump on and have a quick chat with you. So again, let me know if you're there. I think we should be good. Yeah. So it kind of got me thinking to, I guess, this time of year and the New Year's resolution starting soon, and something that a lot of people do often, right? Let me just turn this off because I'm going to get distracted. All right, cool. So I guess what happens a lot of the time is when the New Year's resolutions start is people obviously think of their motivation, what they want to do it for, the reasons are to start it all. And a lot of the time the problem becomes that people hate themselves, right? So it becomes one of these things where, especially after Christmas, we've all had way too much to eat. We've all, indulged all that kind of stuff. And it's gotten to a stage where people are almost doing this resolution out of a place of just sick of themselves. They feel bloated, they feel disgusting. They're like, okay, no, I'm going to get my shit together. 1st of January, everything's going to come together. I'm going to do this, I'm going to join the gym, I'm going to do all this stuff. And they get started, right? And because it's come from this place of total unhappiness within themselves and total anger and all that kind of stuff, it's not a good place to start. Because, and you've heard me say this before, that if you're coming from a place of hating yourself and that's the reason you want to change, the point, once you do get to wherever you want, whatever, even if you do get to your goal weight, your goal whatever, once you get there, you're going to find that you're still unhappy. You still hate yourself. And it's not because you're not happy with what you've achieved. It's purely because you just, you can't change your internal just because your externals change. That actually takes a bit of effort. It takes time and it takes a conscious effort. And the worst part is a lot of the time when you get there, when you get to a stage where you've actually lost the weight and you might be really happy with yourself, you're still kind of going to feel like a failure, and you're going to most likely sabotage it because you're not going to feel worthy of the change that you've made, right? So let me know if you relate to any of this, like hit like, or let me know, leave a comment or anything. I'd love to know if this is something that you relate to. So I guess that's what I wanted to talk about today, is how to get yourself to a point of actually loving yourself before you start the change, so that when you actually do get to a stage where you have achieved your goal, which is fantastic, you can actually enjoy it and you don't have to backtrack and you don't have to lose it all and you don't have to sabotage yourself, right? So think about it this way. If you can get to a stage where you can accept your body as it is, yes, you might not be happy with the extra pudginess, you might not be happy with how much you ate over Christmas, you might not be happy with that stuff, that's fine. But you can still move towards a place of actually changing things without having to hate on yourself and without having to go basically, this is really crap and you've done it all again, and now you're going to have to punish yourself. And that's one of the worst things you can do, is get into a habit of punishing yourself for the food or for whatever it is, and basically just treating your New Year's resolution as a punishment for what you did over Christmas. Because as long as you feel like everything to do with making yourself better, i.e. losing weight, looking really hot, getting fit, all that kind of stuff, as long as you see that as a punishment for something as opposed to actually a reward for something, i.e. for being healthy, for feeling fantastic, for having the health and the vitality that you've always wanted, when you see that as a punishment as rather than as a reward, it's going to be really hard to maintain. And you're going to get it to that stage where it's just not fun anymore, and it's just, you still hate yourself and you're not enjoying yourself because you're doing all this stuff to basically punish yourself. And you're going to get into that round and round circle that so many people do, where they jump on the bandwagon around the 1st of January or close by, right? And they get really, really motivated, they really hate where they're at, and they're really, really motivated to start. But then when the shit hits the fan and then they realise they don't like it themselves either way, it starts to struggle. It starts to become a real struggle for them. So it's really important that you can't hate yourself into the change. You have to love yourself. You have to, even if it just means getting to the point of going, you know what? I'm blessed because my body has taken me through Christmas. I'm alive. I don't know if you ever watched the news lately, but a lot of people didn't make it through the Christmas period for various reasons, right? Not necessarily health related, but lots of different things have happened. And the point is, you've made it through. Your body's made it through. It's managed to eat all the food that you wanted to eat, which is great. And it's taken you to where you are now. So hating it is going to be literally just hating yourself, and it's going to literally stop you from moving forward, because nobody wants more of the pain. Nobody's going to want that. And if you start basically saying to yourself, well, I'm going to punish myself for all of this, you're going to move away from it. Nobody wants to be punished. That's not fun. You need to get to a stage where you can go, you know what? I accept and I love my body just the way it is. Doesn't mean I don't want it to look better. Doesn't mean I don't want to lose body fat. Doesn't mean I don't want to look more toned, more lean, whatever it is, fine. But you don't need to get to a stage where you're having to hate yourself in order to start. You're allowed to, and you have to, in fact. You really have to actually love yourself to start, because otherwise you're just not going to. You're not going to start, and you're probably not going to keep going. And if you do actually magically somehow get there, you're going to just completely backtrack and sabotage it again, because it's just not going to be fun for you. And more to the point, you're going to really hate yourself. You're going to get to where you thought you wanted and still not feel good within yourself. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what it comes down to, is feeling good within yourself. So let me know if you have any questions in regards to this. I'll probably still be talking a bit more about this. I'm going to be doing a blog actually about food, and especially around Christmas and when you have an eating disorder, because that's a really big thing that I've battled for many years. Obviously, if you've followed me for a while, you know about my history with binge eating disorder. So it's definitely something that I want to talk about, and something that comes up a lot around holidays and around social events and that kind of stuff as well. So stay tuned for that, and let me know if you have any questions. I will see you guys later. I'll probably do another stream later from our hotel room. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.